Hello, hello, hello. We are back with tea time for March 22nd, 2025. I am recording during our live stream so I can repost this later as our second sip for you guys. I just got done hearing noises above my head that sounded like scratching or chewing, and I'm freaked the fuck out. Because I don't know if there's a critter in my ceiling, like in between like my ceiling and my roof. And if you don't recall, I had a literal hole in my ceiling for like 4 months until they came out and repaired it. Maybe it was 3 months. Yeah, I think 3 months before they came out and actually fixed the hole in my ceiling. Yeah, so now after hearing that noise, I've never in 3 months I've not heard that noise before, and I just heard it for the first time. I'm a little freaked out because I'm like, oh my god, what if there's like a fucking critter that got in that fucking hole in my ceiling that I had to live with for 3 fucking months before my HOA repaired it? What if now there's a fucking critter in my ceiling? And I even said to the HOA, I said, I need someone out here to cover this hole. The last thing I need is for something to get into my freaking roof and make a nest all up in my insulation. I literally said those exact words. It took them 2 weeks before they removed the tree, and 3 weeks before they actually tarped and covered the hole properly. And 3 months before they actually repaired it. I mean, they were all up in my attic space and in between the rafters and stuff, but I mean, if there's that much noise going on, a critter's not going to come out. They're just going to like tuck themselves away and fucking hide until all the noise calms down. They're not going to show themselves. Whew. Okay. So that happened. Good news is I heard back from my insurance. They did determine that the water damage I sustained to my home was through the hole in my roof, which is what I've been telling them. So they did determine that, and they did include my floors and my baseboards and my trim in the repair amount that they are going to pay for. So I will be able to get my flooring repaired and paid for by my insurance. So that's a good sign. So now I just need to talk to the contractor guy and kind of figure out all of that stuff. And I did get an initial quote from him, but I want to go back to him and just finalize kind of the quote and like get it like on paper, like in writing. And then basically I just need to pick a start date. I did also get just like yesterday, I just got a form from my new claim adjuster because it got switched to another person. And they sent me a form because the old claim adjuster, even though I had asked, they never sent me anything about all my furniture that was damaged. Both of these things right here, that this bench back here, that end table thingy there, stuff out in the living room, a bunch of stuff in the guest room, a bunch of stuff in my bedroom, just basically any furniture that was touching the floor. My rugs that I had to completely trash and throw away that were like full area rugs, so they were like really expensive. Yeah, so I need to claim all of that stuff. So I need to take the time to take pictures and to allocate like the cost of what this stuff is. If I have receipts, turn in the receipts. If I don't have receipts, at least show them what the item is and how much the item is. And all of this stuff is, I mean, I get my stuff pretty much from IKEA. Like almost everything I have is from either IKEA or I got it on Amazon. So I should be able to either pull up what the cost is on IKEA's site or what my, my receipt, my receipt for my Amazon history. So I I should be able, for the most part, to put a price to everything. A couple of the rugs we did buy at like Home Goods and stuff, so I'm not 100% sure about those. So I'll have to figure it out. But yeah, so I will be able to kind of put a list together and get some money back for my my items, my furniture items that were damaged as well. That way, if I that way if I want to repair, replace some of these items that have been damaged, I'm finally able to do so. So yeah. Yeah. So there's that. On top of that, my mom and my dad also heard back from their insurance guy for their home, which actually reminds me, I want to check that for them. Give me like 2 seconds, you guys, because I forgot about that. Let me click on that. Where is it? I don't know. Right here. Right here. Okay. Let me go to my parents' claim real quick. And there it is. Details. Okay, log in. Let's do this. Fill a password. Thank you. Log in. Okay. Yes, structural damage has been revised. The estimate's been revised. Yes, that's what I want to see. Please and thank you. Updated March 21st. See, every time we try to click on it, even though it says please view, it's like estimates completed but can't be viewed online right now. So I've already emailed and I've called and left the guy a voicemail. So hopefully by Monday he'll have it fixed and we'll be able to access it. So yeah, so they're in the process of doing all of that. But that being said, there's like a bunch of stuff my mom hasn't been able to properly like allocate, like the items that she lost, like, because they're like, oh, we wrote down all of like the furniture pieces and stuff like that you guys had mentioned. And, my mom's just like, I mean, that's great, but I lost more than just some furniture pieces. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, are they accounting, for an example, are they accounting for like the 4 expensive as hell fishing rods that was in the garage that we lost that, we can't use now? Like, it doesn't seem like much, but fishing rods are expensive, and there was like 4 of them in there. And so it's like little things like that like there's no way they accounted for that, like, because we didn't mention that at the time when the guy happened to be at the house. So it's like they need to provide my parents with like a form to fill out to list all of the things that like they had and stuff like that. So yeah, so they did get like an initial amount, but then he said that was not the final amount, to please disregard that, and then he updated it again. So that's what we're trying to see, is what the now updated is, and see if he has any details listed. And my mom had like antique pieces that cannot be replaced that was from my dad's like great grandmother that had been passed down in the family. There was multiple pieces that were passed down in the family that were in that home that are completely destroyed beyond repair. And not only that, like, they're antique. Like, you can't just go buy a replacement for that. Like, how do you put a value on that? Like, you can't buy something like that. Like, like, you can't like just go to IKEA and pick one up. Like, you can't replace that. That's an antique. Like, how are you, like, what value are you putting on this? Like, I'm curious to see, like, what amount are you putting on this type of item? Like, because if you're just like chalking it up to just the bare minimum, like, it's like some IKEA replacement, I'm sorry, but no. So, so yeah, so my mom wants to see like the details of like how they got to that number and like what all's included. Is it just the house? Is it the items in the house? And how much of the items in the house were included in this loss? Like, yeah, so stuff like that. So anyway, so yeah, so good news is My claim, like I said, is pretty much like, it's not closed out, but they gave me a dollar amount and they're going to mail a check. But that's not the final amount, because they said that if my repairs cost more than the estimated amount, I just need to bring the invoice to them, and I think they're going to cover that difference. So there's that. So that's a good sign. And also, that's not including my furniture loss. So that should be what they quoted me, should be the end result should be much higher than what they quoted me. Because I know for a fact the initial quote that I got for my repairs are definitely more expensive than their estimate, 100%. So, yeah. And I don't know how they're basing that estimate, because I mean, just the quote that I got, and the quote that I got alone was without materials. Like, that was if I went and bought my own material. And it was already like way more than the quote that they gave. So, yeah. Anyway. Also, what else was I going to say? I think that's it for that stuff. Like I said, it seems like my computer's finally working. Sorry, I thought I heard something still. Seems like my new computer is good to go. I actually love this computer. It's working really, really well. Makes me so happy. Like so happy. My, what was I going to say? I did a speed test on like my upload and download speeds once I had everything back today and properly hooked up once I got back from Geek Squad at Best Buy. I'm not going to rant about what all I went through. If you want to hear all the bullshit I went through, that will be in the first live stream from today. That is titled Song of the Week, although it has a tea time picture. I'll try to fix that later. It is titled Tea Time or Song of the Week. But you can hear at the very beginning of that, reaction live stream, everything that I went through from last night to today, with the computer and Wi-Fi situation. But good news is I have a new Wi-Fi router. Everything seems to be working wonderfully. Computer is all hooked up properly. Everything seems to be working wonderfully. Let's hope it stays that way. The only thing left as far as computer stuff goes is, or like Wi-Fi stuff goes, is I'll have an appointment on Wednesday for someone from my internet company to come out and drill a hole to feed a direct line with an Ethernet cable directly fed into my computer. So I don't have to rely on Wi-Fi. It's just directly plugged in to my computer, which should make everything run even faster, which is lovely. That would be great. So every now and then I just noticed I'm looking, I can't, every now and then, instead of looking at you guys, I look here, because that's the old camera. And because this camera was not working for like a couple of days, I was using this camera instead. So every now and then I keep looking at this camera and I'm talking to this camera and I look kind of fucking crazy because I'm not looking at you guys. I'm looking at that. And I feel like I look like an idiot. Anyway, yeah. It looks like you want to be like, who the fuck are you talking to? Anyway, so I think that's the updates for home stuff, computer stuff, Wi-Fi stuff. Yeah. So I need to pick a time when I want the repairs to start, which is great. And I'm very excited for this. No, that's just the other camera, Joe May. My screen's here. This is where my monitor is. But anyway. So. I almost did it again. So. I just need to pick a time. Well, I need to go back and get make sure the quote is exactly what I'm looking for. I want everything shown in the quote of what I'm looking for. Make sure we're on the same page. Like, I want the guy to come back out again, and I want to fully discuss everything with him again and be like, okay, I've gotten like an amount from, you know, the insurance company. Oh, get this though. Get this though. So the insurance company, right? Because I have a mortgage, right? They make the check out to me and my mortgage company. Now, I don't know if you know how banking works, but if a check is made out to two people, both people have to sign before you can deposit that check into an account. So they're going to mail me a check. I then have to take that check, call my bank, find out who I'm supposed to mail it to in my bank so that they can receive it. Someone there has to sign off on it. Then they mail it back to me for me to then sign it so I can deposit it into my account. I'm like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. They're like, well, because, you know, you have a mortgage. I'm like, I get that, but like, we're not talking like hundreds of thousands of dollars here. You know what I mean? Like, we're talking about like just thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? We're not even talking about tens of thousands of dollars, okay? We're just talking about thousands of dollars, okay? Like, that seems a bit ridiculous. Like, I can understand if there was like a significant amount of money like that we're discussing, but like, why would US Bank have any vested interest in this? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So I have to contact, I don't even have a local US Bank anywhere. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'll figure it out one way or the other, I guess, right? Anyway, it's so much work and confusion. Agreed, girl, agreed. But, so, once all that's done, I then have to, you know, get a quote, set up a time frame for the repairs to start. Here's the thing. Because obviously the repair company wants the repairs to be timely and efficient. So they take the least amount of time to do the repair work, right? So I remember when I was talking to them, they were talking about how we could move, you know, the stuff from the living room out, or the living room stuff has to come into like the rooms, you know, and then that way they can tear everything up and then replace and repaint and all this stuff that they have to do. And I'm like, okay. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I still have to record videos, right? So I can't just have this room filled with furniture. That room can't be filled with furniture. And then I have to work from home, and I also sleep in that room, my bedroom. I work from my bedroom and sleep in my bedroom. So I'm like, how do I get all of my living room and dining room? Like, do you guys know how big my dining room table is? I don't even know how I would get that out of my front door if I needed to move it somewhere. Or my couch. I'm like, how did I get them into my house? Like, to begin with, when I moved them, I don't even know how long ago. Like, I'm just like, fuck my life. Okay, so all that stuff has to be moved out so they can demolish the floor and redo the floor and all that bullshit, right? Right, okay. Then, and I'm also gonna have them repaint while we're at it, okay? Then, after that, they then want to start tackling the bedrooms. And I'm like, okay. 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 Not a problem. So I just need to move everything out of this room. So I need to move everything out of this room. But not only this room, everything out of that room, which is a lot. And everything out of my home office / bedroom. I have a big ass bed. I have big furniture. I have my vanity. I have an entire walk-in closet with shit everywhere. I have all of my office furniture in bookcases and like full corner L-shaped desk. Like, where am I supposed to put this is a 7-foot long desk, by the way. If anyone, this is a 7-foot long desk. Where am I supposed to put all of this stuff? And sleep. And work during the process. Because I'm not going to not be in my home while people are in my home for repairs. I'm going to be here, and I'm going to be sleeping here still. So, I'm overwhelmed with just thinking about it. Now, it's going to be a lot of work, clearly, right? Now, that being said, I know that once it's done, I'm going to be so happy. I'm going to have newly painted walls. I'm going to have brand new floors throughout my whole home, except for the kitchen and the bathrooms. I'm going to have brand new floors throughout my whole home from all the floors that were damaged, brand new baseboards and trim work. It's going to be lovely. It's going to be wonderful. I'm just super nervous about the process of clearing out the rooms and how the fuck all of that's going to work. Like, I'm stressed and I haven't even started. So yeah, I already thought about that. I wonder, like, and I'm gonna have to just tell the HOA, like, even if they're just like, you're not allowed to have that, be like, well, guess what? I'm gonna have it because I'm doing home repairs right now because of the fucking water that got into my home because of the hurricane. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm going to have a pod in my carport, FYI. So, because I know they're probably going to be like, you're not allowed to have a pod in your carport, blah, blah, blah. But I'm thinking that's what I'm going to need to do. Is I'm going to need to rent a pod, have it placed in my carport so the door's facing, like, you know, my entrance area. So we can just literally go start loading the pod up with furniture. But it has to be stuff that can withstand heat outside because it's not like it's going to be air conditioned. You know what I mean? So I have to also be careful about the stuff that I'm putting into the pod because it needs to be able to withstand outdoor temperatures. So that's also something I have to think about. Like, can I have some of my furniture in that pod, or is the humidity going to get to it and it's going to get fucked up while it's sitting in there? I don't know. So I'm just really stressed with the whole, the thought of, like, the whole process of it all. I'm very stressed. So, yeah. Because even if I were to, like, hire somebody to, like, move stuff for me, right? I can't trust them to do all of this. I can't trust them to move these. I have to move these and put them, like, I'm gonna have to buy, like, a shit ton of, like, fucking bins just to put stuff in so it can be moved out. You know what I mean? Like, and that being said, this stuff ain't going outside. It's gonna be stacked up in a corner in my living room while this room's being worked on. I'm just stressed. So although I'm excited because I'm going to be getting like a fresh start, basically. Fresh start, you know? Like, fresh start, you know, new flooring, new paint, like, you know, all of this stuff, finally be able to like complete the stuff, like the little things I've been working on and stuff, I know that like it is about to get real and fucking stressful. I want to do it one room at a time, but you have to think about the company who's trying to be very quick and efficient because time is money. So they're not going to want to just work on one little room at a time. They're going to want to like rip everything out in day one, start replacing day two. You know what I mean? Like, so like, cause they can get everything ripped up in one day for the 3 rooms, just like they can get everything ripped up in one day for living room, hallway, dining room. So like that's why they're thinking of doing all of that in one day. Day 2 install, possibly go to day 3 regarding the install, and then go on to these rooms. So like a full week, maybe into a second week to like take care of all of it. No, it'll be I think 2 weeks to take care of like all of it. They said a week. I'm saying 2 weeks. Because, you know, if any home repair people estimate you something, you need to like double it. Because no, I'm thinking 2 weeks. So, but that would be my ideal thing. Or I even like, and I did say to him, I was just like, I don't know if I can do all 3 rooms at the same time, because like I still have to function in this house. Like, so I don't know that I can do all 3 rooms at one time. And like something I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to make sure I record a shit ton of videos, because all of this has to like be all of this has to be dismantled and taken down, and like I'm not like I'm stressed just thinking about it. Oh. Anyway, so I think when I talked to them, I said, I can do like 2 rooms at a time. Like if we do this room and this room first, and we do that, and I still have my you know, my room and stuff I can function out of. And then when this gets completed and we put all this stuff back, then my stuff in that room go out. I can then sleep in these rooms and function in these rooms while that room's being taken care of. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't think I can do, I did tell him that. I was like, I can do 2 and then 1. I don't think I can commit to doing all 3 rooms at one time. Like, I don't think that's possible for me to actually still be able to function, like, and do what I need to do in my home, sleep, work, you know, while this whole process is happening. Because I'm not going to not be in my home while other people are in it, A, and B, I'm not going to sleep at a hotel and spend money like that when I can sleep in my own room, in my own house. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm fucking stressed. That being said, I'm excited because I know that when it's over, it's going to be pretty and I'm going to be so happy. And I also know that the process of taking literally every item out of my like bedroom and stuff like that, that means when I go to put stuff back, I will only put the stuff I want back. And as I put it back, it will be organized. So this is my huge, big chance to really thoroughly reset, refresh, purge, and just like have everything truly how I want it to be. So I'm very excited at that thought, at that like possibility. I'm just really stressed about how daunting the process was going to be, if that makes sense. So there's that. Anyway, okay. So that's an update for that. So I know, yeah, it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be a fun. I have to work through that too. Like all of the noise, the construction noise. Like I thank God for headphones, because I'm going to live with those things on my head for that entire time. That's for sure. Yeah. So yay, that's gonna be fun, but it's gonna be a great result. So super, super excited about the end game. Getting to the end game. is going to be a little stressful for me, but we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. I don't know if you can rent pods that are air conditioned. I don't think so. So all the stuff that like can't be in the A.C.E that are in these rooms, I'm going to have to, just like I said, I'm going to have to buy a bunch of bins and just stack them in the living room. Just stack in the corners and stuff like that until it's all, good to go, I guess. So that's that. That's the update there. So now on to K-pop. I'm really trying to think. My ADD is starting to kick in, so I'm trying to think of what we're doing. So now on to K-pop. So as far as K-pop goes, a couple things happened this week. For those, I reposted it. So those who didn't or are not on social media, maybe you didn't see it. But I did repost member replies, because that's ultimately what means the most to me. So I am going to read to you. Give me 1 second. Hello, it's me. No, that's not what I want to click on. No. Give me 1 second, you guys. I am not clicking on the right thing. Not clicking on the right thing. Okay. So those of you know that I have 3 alt groups: EXO, ATEEZ, and A.C.E. That's the leader of A.C.E. His name is Junhee. I love him to death. I've talked about A.C.E. a lot throughout the years. I've talked about the fact that they are with a company called Beat Interactive. It's a great company. Like, they literally had nothing. A.C.E. is the only group that they had for years. They just debuted their second group, and A.C.E. debuted in 2017. So, but they started with Beat Interactive in 2015. So this was their 10th year being with the company. 8 years since they debuted, but 10 years with the company. That being said, we all do know that although Beat Interactive has been a great company as far as being like just like morally, it seems that like compared to the other companies out there, like they're pretty solid. It seems like anytime there's ever been like even the slightest controversy, they've always immediately addressed whatever it was wrong, handled the situation appropriately. And there hasn't been much. There's only been like 1 or 2 things randomly throughout the years. And it wasn't even like crazy. And they've always seemed extremely supportive of the guys. And have always seemed to do everything that they can to try to give the guys as much as they're able to, given the fact that they are a very small company and they really do not have a lot. So, and for those who have ever been stans of groups that have come from very small companies that do not have a lot, you understand that, no matter how amazing and just fucking phenomenal your group is, that doesn't mean that they're going to be crazy successful just because they deserve it, just because they're insanely talented. Sometimes that doesn't matter, because ultimately, unfortunately, the company is just not able to provide what a larger company could, or because the company doesn't have those types of assets and funds. They're not able to do certain things that maybe they would like to do. like pursue solo work while they're still together as a group, because the money's just not there to be able to support that. The money's there as much as they can to support group activities, but to also fund solo activities for 5 members. Obviously, there's a lot that goes into that. So there's only so much that can be done when, your company comes from a smaller company. So after 10 years of being with Beat Interactive, obviously they have a great rapport with the company, with the CEO. There's never seemed to have been ill will with the company. There's never seemed to be like arguments or like, just where it looks like they were treated badly. Like none of that we've never seen that over the years. We've always seen what seems like very good support over the years. If I'm incorrect about any of this, please correct me, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct about everything I'm saying. Like they've always seemed to have a great reputation. So, that being said, there's only so much they can do. Aaliyah, if people are celebrating, that's probably because they think that Ace deserves more. And, well, of course we're going to think that Ace deserves more. That being said, like, there's only so much that can be done. You know what I mean? As a small company. Right, but we also have to remember, Heather, that everyone just got back from the military last year. So there may not have been a chance to necessarily do a full album yet. We also don't know when they started talking about these contracts things. Maybe they didn't want to do a full album since they knew that this was, going to be happening. I don't know. We have no idea. And I don't think it's right for fans to, assume one thing or another when we've never seen something like this. So, anyway. Okay, so Beat Interactive made a post this week, and it says, "Dear fans, this is Beat Interactive. First and foremost, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude towards Choice. Choice is the name of the fandom. The fans who have loved and supported Ace. We hereby inform you that our exclusive contract with Ace will officially come to an end as of March 31st, 2025. After thorough and thoughtful discussions with the members, both parties have mutually agreed not to extend the contract and to conclude our management responsibilities. Departing from conventional industry practices, we have decided to allow Ace to freely continue using the group name and the related content without any conditions, so that their journey as Ace may continue seamlessly." That means so much to a company, like to a group. Like I'm going to try not to cry as I'm reading this, by the way. It's very difficult though. But that's huge. Like if JYP gave that to GOT7, they wouldn't have had to struggle as much as they did that first year after leaving JYP. So that's huge for Beat Interactive to be like, we love you guys and we want the best for you, so take it. Like, it's yours. You worked hard for it. Take it. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that that's beautiful that they did that. It says, "It has been an honor to have shared 10 meaningful years together, Ace as artists and Beat Interactive as their supporting partner, creating moments of true value side by side. Beat Interactive began with 2 staff members and 5 trainees, brought together by a serendipitous meeting between a young manager and inspiring artists. Our goal has always been to deliver music that reflects the unique colors of Ace while speaking to the values and questions of our time. Together we faced numerous challenges, but our shared trust and relentless efforts helped us shape Ace's one-of-a-kind musical identity. With every trial and triumph, we dreamed of the future side by side. We have always regarded the relationship between artist and management not as hierarchy, but as one of mutual respect and collaboration. We have always believed in growing together through open dialogue and shared hardships. As we stand at the close of this 10-year chapter, a period in which everything has changed, we hope it will be remembered as a time of deep connection and mutual growth. To each member of A.C.E. who trusted and relied on me, I carry a heartfelt sense of gratitude, along with the lingering wish that I could have done even more for you throughout our journey together. It has been a privilege to walk this path with you and witness the music that you dreamed of come to life. A.C.E. has been an integral part of Beat Interactive's story, and while there's sorrow in parting ways, we choose to look ahead with excitement and hope for what the future holds for them. We kindly ask for your continued love and unwavering support as A.C.E. embarks on this new chapter. From this moment on, Beat Interactive and I personally will return to being fans, always on A.C.E.'s side, cheering them on with all our hearts, just as we always have. Thank you with sincerity, Haeum Kim, CEO, Beat Interactive. So, I thought that was a beautifully written letter. And I think that letter very much reflects the relationship that they had. And reading that, you could imagine that this wasn't like, I need to give me 2 seconds. Okay. I'm good. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. So reading that letter, you could imagine they have a huge respect for each other. They have a huge, just sense of respect and just compassion and, just a want for good things for each other. You know what I mean? A genuine, wanting the best for this other person. You can tell that that's 100% there. You know what I mean? So, obviously, this seems that this was not a decision that came lightly. But, sometimes you have to make hard decisions in life. And you have to try to pursue things that you think are going to be the best for you for the future. Even if that's a really hard thing to do and a really scary thing to do. So, going forward, we did get members did post 1 second. The members did post things. Byungkwon, BK, main rapper, main dancer, went to his bubble account and immediately said A.C.E. has not disbanded! Exclamation points. It says, for a long time we've been doing only A.C.E. So for the time being, we would like to focus on what we want to do individually. The A.C.E. members get along very well with each other. We only have good memories with each other and with Choice, so please do not worry. At not such a late point, we will for sure stand on stage in front of you. I promise. Please don't be too sad. I can't say how long it'll take, but the members will individually do what they want to do, and we'll continue to show good sides to ourselves. So please just wait a bit, waiting for the day that we have a fun concert together. So that was what Byungkwon updated. We also have, excuse me. 1 second. One second. So then we also had another post. I believe this is from Junhee. It said, you don't need to worry about us. What I wanted to say, first of all, is A.C.E. has not disbanded at all. You do not need to worry about that. A.C.E. is not going to disband. We will be doing A.C.E. again. Please root for what the members do individually. I think this is from Armakne. Please root for what the members do individually and keep an eye out and show love. Doing that, we will together again be able to share fun talks one day. Please take care of yourselves. We will also need to take good care of ourselves in order to show you a lot of things. let's see. Yeah, so, and then I think Wow also reposted. Yeah, Wow said, please don't cry. Thank you always. And I'll come to see you for various things. I wondered why I've missed you more than usual lately. Let's have more fun and be happier. It's not the end of ACE. I'll be grateful if you always root for us. As long as Choice is here, we will not disappear. So they've all come to social media to basically just make sure the fans are reassured that like this is 100% not the end of ACE. Like, they are still together as a group. They have not disbanded. They just, after 10 years of being with Beat Interactive, after 8 years since their debut, they just want to take a moment to actually just pursue some individual things that they've never really had a chance to do previously, and then come back together as a group, refreshed, and and with hopefully like a new album and maybe even a tour. Is there a little part of me that's low-key really, really upset that this means that I probably won't be able to interview Ace now, because my email from Beat Interactive talking about a possible future interview isn't gonna really matter anymore. Yeah, I'm a little low-key super sad about that. But ultimately that doesn't have anything to do with this. Like, that doesn't matter at all. I just want them to be happy, and I just want them to stay together. That's like my biggest thing. And so knowing that Aaliyah, it fucking kills me, Aaliyah. It fucking kills me. I know. I immediately thought of that. I was like, fuck, like, yeah. So anyway, so I know a lot of people immediately, like, when they heard the news, reached out, tagged me and stuff, messaged me, and I didn't respond to anybody. I just, I didn't respond to anybody. I didn't want to be completely honest. I was not in the mood to have a chat with anybody about how I felt, considering I needed to process how I felt. Yeah, I need, like, as soon as when you immediately hear news like that, like, I get that, like, you're gonna be like, oh my god, how's Anitra? I get that, but you also have to remember that, like, I don't even know how I am yet. So me answering your questions about how I'm doing, I can't do that, like, because I don't know how I'm doing yet. I need to be able to process, and then I'll speak about it when I'm able to speak about it. So please understand that if you reach out to me and I didn't message you back, it's not personal, but, like, I don't have anything to say right now. Like, I'm processing, you know what I mean? Like, I can't just write back and be like, oh my god, yeah, I don't know. Like, I can't. I need a minute, and then I'll be able to talk to you and, like, process. And I'll do it here, because also that's another thing. Like, I'm not going to be able to return every single DM that reached out to me, or, like, even every tag that tagged me and that wanting to know, like, oh my god, are you okay, or what's going on. Like, I'm not gonna, like, that's a lot to, like, have to reply back to each individual person. So I'm not gonna be able to do that, especially for something like this, because that's like rehashing everything over and over again. That's a lot. But we go live every week, so I'm going to discuss it. I'm going to talk to you about it. During Song of the Week isn't a time to talk about it, so that's why we were waiting for tea time to be able to talk about it today, because that's when we do these discussions. So anyway, so yeah, so my feelings are, I can't wait to see what they decide to work on individually, while they're kind of like, it's for example, BTS, after so many years together, they just kind of wanted to, like, pursue, like, their own stuff for a minute, you know? It has nothing to do with them not ever wanting to do anything as a group again. Not at all. They just want to be able to pursue their own thing for a minute. And there's literally absolutely nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? So, and I think that's beautiful. Like, you know, wanting to continue to grow artistically and creatively. That's lovely. And I want that for them. Like, I love these guys, and I want them to be able, I don't want them to feel like they're stuck or they're stagnant, because unfortunately their company can only do so much, you know? And it's even like in the CEO's letter, like she said, you know, I wish, you know, I'm regretful and I wish that there was more I could have done for you. You know, there's only so much you can do as a small company. So yeah, and who knows, the people who are bitching, yeah, Aaliyah, I woke up and that's the first thing I saw when I opened my eyes and I looked at my phone. That was the first thing I saw. It was a rough morning. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Fuck. This is why I need to not look at the chat until I'm done. Until I'm done with my thoughts. I was saying, oh my God, Heather. What the fuck was I saying? Jesus. I feel like I need to rewind the live stream to see what the hell I was just talking about. Hold on. What the fuck was I saying? Woke up. I woke up. And that, so yeah, no, there's only so much you can do as a small company. So yeah, and who knows? The people who are bitching. That's what I was saying. The people who were bitching about, you know, and happy that they left Beat Interactive, and like, you know, got kind of like just like, oh good, they, you know, finally they need to be out of that company, blah blah blah. The people who were bitching, and first of all, I'm proud of what they did accomplish at such a small agency. I'm proud of the fact that they didn't have any crazy controversies throughout the years, you know, being with such a small agency. I'm proud that anytime anything little possibly kind of happened, their company was behind their back, and they had their back like 100%. I'm glad that their company always seemed to be, you know, at the forefront of like kind of like pushing boundaries and stuff like that. Like, you know, so the fact that like some people are just like, blah, 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 Beat Interactive. I'm just like, okay, well, first of all, they were a good company. So let's not bash the company. And if you're bashing the company because you're just like, oh, so you're going to debut a new group and you're going to have them have a full album, but Ace hasn't had a full album in, you know, how many years? First of all, we don't know why that is, number one. Number two, maybe they're trying to correct things that they feel that they didn't do right with Ace. Maybe they're trying to do something different with the new group to see if maybe a different approach works better and is more successful than the approach that they took with Ace. You have to understand, Ace was their first group. They've learned a lot over the last 10 years. A lot. So maybe they're taking the knowledge of what they've learned and the growth that they've had and trying something new and different with their new group that they're debuting. We don't know. You know what I mean? Like, so for people to be like, blah, 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 like, I think is ridiculous. When people like talking shit and like bashing Beat Interactive simply because the new group is debuting with a full album and Ace hasn't gotten that in years, I think that's being ridiculous. I think that's being petty. And I don't think that's what the guys want at all. I don't think that kind of energy or behaviors are what the guys want at all. So I just think it's ridiculous that people are like behaving that way or acting that way. especially when A, we don't know the reasons, and B, take 2 seconds, get your head out of your ass and just think outside the box for a second. Maybe they're trying a different approach because their approach that they tried with ACE wasn't as successful as they wanted it to be. So maybe they're trying a different approach this time around. We don't know. So you're gonna badmouth them because they're doing something different than what they did previously? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, at all. And clearly, the guys like the kids from the new group. They were literally on tour with them as their backup dancers, and their interactions were super cute together. So, like, the guys clearly have no problem with the new group. So, it's just stupid that people are behaving that way. So, anyway, that's my thought on that. I'm excited. Am I slightly sad? I am, because I do feel like Beat Interactive was a company that always had their back. So, and compared to a lot of other companies and a lot of other CEOs out there, I think that Beat Interactive is a good one. Yeah, exactly. But imagine if BTS stayed small. If BTS stayed small, never expanded, and never really got too far off the ground. You know, hit headlines here and there, but nothing crazy. You know what I mean? That's kind of, think about it that way, you know? So, yeah, exactly. They left on very good terms. I just read that entire letter to you. You can see the admiration that the CEO has for those members and the group as a whole. So, and I love that. That right there alone that speaks volumes and should show you what the intentions of the company are. To allow them to walk away with the name, all of the rights to everything that they have, with no not contesting anything. That right there tells you, you know? So I can't wait to see what they do individually over the next probably couple of years. And I will just be so excited and enthralled and thankful for the day that we get our ACE back together as a group and another album from them. I will be very, very happily and excitedly waiting for that day to come. And in the meantime, I will 100% support every single member. So, I mean, if you think about it, other than covers, we've never gotten solo songs from them. Have we? We've gotten a duo songs. We've gotten 2 duets. But, like, other than, like, covers and stuff like that, like, you know? Exactly. Imagine if it was, like, ATs and Psychers, like, you know, that this was happening to, and people treating Psychers like shit because, you know, like, it's silly, I think. So, yeah. So I'm very, very excited by it. Although apprehensive and sad, I'm still very excited by it. So yeah. Okay, so that's that. In other news, SM still continues to suck ass as a company. Just in case you weren't 100% sure of if that was still happening, yes, it is. I'll give you an example. So, remember how we talked a few weeks ago about how some CEOs and like bigwigs from SM went to KBS and like had a whole like meeting and stuff about the situation, and then like after that, all of a sudden Schumann was like completely blocked from being able to promote on any of like the music shows. Remember that? Remember that whole thing? And then, but the CEOs were just like, we weren't there. We didn't do that. Blah, 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 blah. Remember how they said that the reason that they don't want Schumann promoting is because they have SM artists that are promoting that week, and because of that, Schumann can't promote that week. Remember that whole thing? That whole bullshit situation. Ridiculous, right? So the funny thing about that is that remember that Schumann, Baekhyun, and Schumann, Baekhyun, and Chen are with 100. IMB. I'm crazy. Is INB 100 is under the 100 label. Who else recently signed with the 100 label? Anyone want to give me a name in the comments? What other group just recently signed with the label 100? Let me know if you know. I'm sure you do. Type it in the chat real quick. Sorry, my chat is fucking delayed. I know. Sorry. But I'm sure you guys will be typing it any minute now. And it'll eventually come through. Eventually. Yes. I'm waiting for it to pop up. The Boys. Thank you, Brittany Mac. I appreciate you. The Boys. Look at that. The chat's finally coming through. This fucking delayed chat, I swear. Yes, exactly. So the Boys recently signed with 100. They're under the same label as CBX, right? So tell me why the Boys just had a comeback under 100, and they were on music shows at the same time as SM artists. But wait a second. I thought you said that an artist from that label you don't want on a music show at the same time as your artists. Interesting. How you only cared when it was Schumann, but not any other artist that was happening and promoting like recently under that same label. So you've just proven you're full of shit, right? Okay, cool. Also, funny, because remember how they denied talking to high rank officials at KBS? Remember how SM denied all that whole thing? Funny, because there was a random vlog like from KBS that like went out, and the high ranking SM officials were seen in that blog or vlog or whatever that came out. But I thought you weren't there. I thought you didn't visit KBS and you weren't there. Interesting that you were seen in a vlog there. So you lied about that too then, right? Interesting. Cool. So yeah, it's clear that you're full of shit still. You're lying still. You're acting like a fucking petty man-child who can't handle that someone left and you can't control them anymore. So yeah. Find that super interesting, don't you? I find it super interesting. So that happened, just clearly proving that SM are still petty little bitches. Fucking cry about it, SM. Jesus. Like, it's ridiculous. So yeah, that happened. And all of the music shows that like just kind of did what SM wanted them to do. Fucking grow a pair, bitch. Like, seriously. for you to allow SM to control what you do and don't do on your, like, broadcast, like, on your show, on your channel, like, what? Fucking ridiculous. Anyway, kind of. No, I need to look into it kind of seriously, because the thing that you sent me, it says, watch, it says, I clicked on the link. I read the link. And it says, lower latency. If you live chat with viewers, a lower latency is best to reply to viewer comments and questions. But I don't really reply to your viewer. I don't type back. I just chat with you guys. But it says it's best to reply to your viewer questions and comments. Okay. But then it says, note, lower latency, your viewers may experience more playback buffering. I do not want you guys to experience playback buffering. I would rather the video be fine. And if I have to deal with a delayed chat until I figure out something else that would work instead, then I'll deal with something else that will work instead. Like, I don't want to, I don't want to mess with something that could possibly cause my stream, for the playback to, like, buffer and stuff on my stream, if that makes sense. So I don't necessarily know that this is the solution. But I know there's got to be a solution out there. You know what I mean? So we'll figure it out. Either way, we'll figure it out for sure. But if that makes sense. Yeah, like I said, it's something we can try, like trial and error type of thing. But I also don't want to do that in the middle of, like, this stream. I'd rather do that on, like, a test stream during the week that, like, I just go live and, like, okay, guys, let's test this out. You know what I mean? I'd rather not do that in the stream. So, yeah. Yeah. And I agree. But once again, I just want to be sure. And especially next week, I'll have even better internet once I get my direct line hooked up. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I promise I did not listen. I promise. I'm just waiting because I want to make sure we're good to go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to, like, maybe try it when I get my wire. I don't want to try it tonight. Once I get my wired connection and I'm even faster, I think then, okay, let's try this. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I think I might have taken some screenshots of other stuff because we haven't had tea time in a couple of weeks. So let's go ahead and see. Did you guys see the picture of my new PC? It's really colorful and pretty. It's colorful and pretty. Let me show you on the camera. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear it, by the way, because a laptop doesn't make as much noise as a PC does. So every now and then the fans will, like, kick in a little harder than, like, before. And you'll hear, like, I don't know if you can hear, oh, Snowman, ATs have been getting plagiarized for, like, over 5 years. That's nothing new. They've been getting, no, not even over 5 years, over, like for 7 years. Since debut. Since Say My Name, for sure. They've been getting plagiarized. That is, unfortunately, nothing new. You don't hear it. Good. Okay, good. Anyway, that's my new computer. It's really pretty. Yeah, look how pretty it is. That's underneath my desk right now. See how it has a glass front? Yeah, my feet touch it all the time. So I'm going to have to wipe off, like, toe marks. You don't hear it. Wonderful. I love that you're not hearing it. That makes me happy. Okay, so it's they've gotten plagiarized so many fucking times. It's actually silly at this point. Okay, I definitely took a couple screenshots of stuff, so just give me, like, a second. Da 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 da. Jesus. Oh. Wait. Is A.T.'s doing an online concert literally, like, today, tomorrow, like in a few hours? Am I crazy? Is A.T.'s having, like, an online concert? Like, in, like, 4 hours? Did I see that right? Am I crazy? I know it's a lag. Sorry. I'll wait for you guys to reply. Like in 2 hours. Okay. BTS Jungkook thing, Anitra. I don't know. You act as if I know these things automatically. Girl, I don't know shit. Have you not been hearing about all the shit that I've been dealing with lately? I don't know shit about shit. I have not been online hardly at all. So. Yeah, I didn't know that I saw it and I took a screenshot of it. Um, but, um, yeah. So where do I go to fucking buy it? Hello? Oh, that's a picture. Anyway, okay, so let's continue. What does this say? Oh. I don't know if this person is watching. I don't know if this person knows me. Yeah, I don't know, but I found something extremely interesting. So earlier this week on Tuesday, camera's over the chat, sorry. Why is this camera even on? Oh, because I was showing you my thing, sorry. I'm like, why is the camera on? So you guys know I've always said I live in the Tampa area. You guys know I live in the Tampa area. I've always said that, right? There are a lot of suburbs within the Tampa area, like a lot, of suburbs. There's all kinds of, there's Wesley Chapel, there's Carrollwood, there's Riverview, there's Seffner, there's, Clearwater's Clearwater. That's not Tampa, but there's South Tampa. There's Channelside. There's a lot of little areas. There's New Tampa. There's a lot of little areas, within Tampa, like little suburbs of Tampa, right? That people live in. And when you actually like write your address down, sometimes like you'll actually refer to that city. Sometimes it's just like a suburb that you still put your address down as Tampa. But when you actually talk about where you live, you mention, oh, I live in blah blah blah, because that's more of a specific area within all of Tampa, right? I live within blah blah blah, which is a specific area within Tampa. And I found it extremely interesting that a random person who I've never seen in chat before, who I don't know this name, never seen them in chat before, randomly commented on, hi Taco, randomly commented on a video, in the only comment, the only thing that it says is the name of my suburb area. That's it. I'm like, excuse me? What the fuck is that? What is that? First of all, who the fuck are you? Number one. Number two, I just spit on you, Taco, sorry. Number two, why are you going to leave a public comment on a video of mine and the only thing you're saying is the name of the suburb within Tampa that I live in? Excuse me? The fuck is that? So of course I immediately deleted it. And immediately like blocked that person. Yeah. Really fucking weird. Really fucking creepy. I don't know what their goal was for that. Like, what were you trying to do here? Were you trying to be like, I know where you live? Was that the goal to it? Because yeah, we live in fucking America, and every person's information, unfortunately, is public knowledge. It is. Like, so if you try fucking hard enough, you'll be able to figure out where anyone fucking lives. It's fucking America. The Patriot Act. Yay. Like, so it's like, hopefully people aren't doing that. But if you're just trying to be like, ooh, I know where you live, it's like, okay, like, and what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here? Stop being a fucking weird creeper. Like, what are you doing? You're an idiot. So yeah, that person, their comment was deleted. Haven't seen another comment or anything from them since. So that's good at least. But I'm just like, what is this? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, what are you doing? Weird. Anyway, yeah. Make sure to buy Aura or something. What are you talking about? So random and creepy for sure. Probably not, because like it's not like there was like an address, you know what I mean? So probably not, but still. Thank you, Jome. I mean, if the address was listed, then yes, but yeah. But yeah, it's just weird. Like what are we doing here? Like, what are you doing? Don't be fucking weird and creepy, dude. Like, what are we doing? Anyway. Let's see, what else do we got here? Oh. So earlier this week I saw a I also know where Anitra lives, but she knows where I live, so we're even. Exactly, Jerky. Exactly. So I'm tired. Yeah, a lot of stuff online like says my old address too, which is funny because it's the house that burned down that my parents lived in. Like when some like random stupid person was like harassing pizza joints and like making them waste their money to try to deliver me a pizza that I did not order. Like, you're not hurting me, you're literally hurting local businesses. Like, you're an idiot. Anyway, half the time they went to my parents' address. Like, I didn't even see it. Like, you're an idiot. Anyway, so hold on. So I saw earlier this week there was a Twitter account. The Twitter account username has Eves. Has Eves as part of her username. Eves Stuns is like her like little name, her like a kind of profile name. And they posted a picture of Xlove. Now, we reacted to Xlove. I thought they were fucking amazing. They're the group that is like, it's a genderless group. And they've been doing like Kiss of Life covers. They've been doing like a lot of different like covers, not just Kiss of Life. They've been doing a lot of different covers, and they had an incredible debut. They looked amazing. They danced phenomenally. They sounded incredible. I thought they were great. So someone with a profile called Eves Stuns literally posted a picture of Xlove and retweeted it and put, "They make me so homophobic." I'm sorry, but the audacity. to have Eve Stuns as your username, who is an individual who very much supports the LGBTQ plus community. Whether you think that they're a part of that community or not, that's not your up to you. But it is someone who very much supports the LGBTQ plus community. To have them as your profile picture and your username, and to have the audacity to post a picture of ex-love and try to say they make me so homophobic. Like, excuse me? What the fuck is your problem? What's wrong with you, first of all? Like, so seeing guys throwing it back to female dance covers for like idol group songs and doing covers to it, like for instance, the Kiss of Life cover, you have an issue with that. Why? You have an issue with that? Why? Like, let's make this make sense. Because right now, you're looking stupid and, like, uneducated. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy talk. So, yeah. There's that. That happened this week. Fucking idiots. Let's see what else I've taken a screenshot of. I'm not even going to get into the political stuff I have screenshotted on my screen. Oh, I need to show you guys the stuff my mom made for the party last week. My mom spent so long making. So my mom made like the different like decor things for my niece's parties last week. Look at him. How fucking cute is this cat in my hands? Oh, cuteness aggression. Oh my god, the cuteness aggression is real. Like, look at him. Exactly, Jasmine. It's so stupid. Because people are fucking idiots, man. Anyway, let me show you. I got to go to close-up cam. Hello. Let me show you. So these are, she wanted kind of like a dream catcher type theme because my sister-in-law does have like Native American in her. So for my brother's baby shower before he was born, there was like, it was kind of like Native American, like cute, like baby Native American, like with the little like the little arrows and the dream catchers and stuff like that. So it's like, whimsy, dream catcher arrow, like, you know what I'm talking about, like that type of like theme for the baby shower. It's really cute and everything like that. And so she kind of wanted something similar along the lines, but kind of more themed towards like girls. Yeah, Jasper, exactly. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Sorry, I need to stop reading the chat when I'm mid-thought, because I lose all my thought process. Anyway, so she kind of wanted the same type of theme, so she told my mom the colors that she wanted, which was kind of like an orangey color and like a teal, like an orange and teal combo. And it was going to be like kind of like young wild and 3, young wild and 1, because it was the 1-year-olds and the 3-year-olds party. They had like a combo party. And so she asked my mom if she could make some decor, and she said she wanted it to kind of be like Dreamcatcher type theme with like the arrows and stuff. So my mom was like, sure, I can do that. My mom spent the last, like, I don't know, 2 months, month and a half, working, maybe 2 months, working on these, just, little by little, like a little bit here and there. Whenever she would get off work, she would come home, she would do a couple things here and there. They would go shopping to try to buy more materials for this or more materials for that. And so they had each one of these for the girls that they did. My dad did the arrow part. And then my mom did the rest of it. I'm sorry, it's hard to... Hold on a second, because the leg of this camera is like literally right in the middle. And because of that, it's hard to show you guys things. Oh my God, Taco, you're fucking killing me. Okay, hold on. Okay, I think that's going to be easier to show you. So yes, my mom made this one for Riley. As you can see, it's really, really cute. Very, like, each one of these freaking ribbons, dude, the amount of ribbon she bought in each one of these freaking ribbons, and then just the flowers alone, the flowers were really expensive. So she did that one for Riley, and then that one for Raylan. So super, super cute. And then she did for like above like the gift table and stuff like that. She did these 3 above the gift table. She made these 3. And they're huge. They're like what, like 3 feet wide? I think it's because I don't think that's 2 feet. Maybe each ring is 2 feet wide. Yeah, maybe each ring is 2 feet wide. I think they might be 24 inches. They're either 24 inches or 30 inches. I think they're 30-inch rings, actually. So, like, 2.5 feet. No. I think it's 2 feet. Anyway, as you can see, they're huge. So she has, like, a left side, a right side, and then the center. And once again, like, just the detail on, like, all of the... Is it gonna focus? Yeah, the detail on, like, all of, like, the strands, like, going down. There it goes. You know, like, all the different colored ribbon. Just really freaking cute. Then, on top of that, I didn't get a picture of all of them because they were mostly gone. But I did get a picture, like, towards the end. She handmade 24 handmade for take-home party gifts. Handmade 24 dream catchers. Those are all handmade by my mom. She did all of that. And that's only 5 of them. That times that by almost 5. She handmade 24 dream catchers. Like, oh, I have one in my bedroom. Yeah. So, like, yeah, she did all of that herself. Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, Mom, you could have probably just, like, bought a set online. She's like, yeah, but, I mean, you know, I don't know. I'm like, Mom, you do too much. She's like, you know me. I'm like, I do know you. And I know that you're ridiculous and I love you. And of course she did, like, this little, like the number 1 where everyone, like, signs it. That thingy. So she did that. She also did for like the food table, they got old mason jars and they hand painted. Oh my God, Taco, sweetie, I love you, but you're a lot right now. They hand painted the mason jars to be in the theme as well. So, like, they would hold, like, one of them held, like, flowers and stuff, and the other one held, like, the silverware for it. So she did those as well. So yeah, so she did all of that. Now, question. What do you think if someone custom ordered? I mean, and this thing is huge. I don't know if you can see my brother's arm. That's my brother's arm holding this up. If you can see that. And so to give you, like, an idea, that's, like, his forearm. So it's huge. Like, it's big. Like I said, I want to say these rings were, like, 24-inch rings. If they weren't 24-inch, then they were 30-inch. I can't remember. Rings. And then, of course, she wrapped all of the rings individually, tied every single ribbon individually. So if someone were to custom order something like this on Etsy, now for those of you who actually, like, peruse Etsy and shop Etsy, stuff like that, like handmade, like custom made stuff like this, like, what do you think someone would ask for something like this on Etsy? Like, what would the cost of something like this be for, like, a custom thing on Etsy? I know there's a delay, so it's going to be a minute. No, and that's why my mom does this, Leo. My mom literally does this because she loves to see people take home the things that she's made. She loves it. 80 to 100. Yeah. Yeah. I said one for sure 75, possibly 100. That's what I said. Jasmine said 20. 20 bucks. The amount of money the material costs, it was probably 25 just in material, honestly. If not more. Um well, no, it was way more than 25 in material. What am I thinking? No, I want to say for all the flowers, for all of the ribbons, for the rings, the little letters. I want to say she probably paid at least 100 just in materials, but she was able to make multiple things out of all the materials that she bought. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Nah, you guys are lowballing it. I'm definitely thinking Joe May has the right. I think Sousuke is a little high at 200. I think Joe May's right on the money. It's like 80 to 100. I said 75 to 100. Um those who are saying 20 or 30, y'all are so lowballing that. That's crazy. Um yeah. Yeah, cuz it's huge, guys, it's big. Like they were those baby boy. I'm going to put you right here so that way you can lay beside me. Can you lay beside me? Can you lay beside me? Hmm? You just want down? Hmm? Can you just lay beside me? No? Okay. That's cool too. Anyway, guys, these rings, they're like this big. They're huge. Like they're big rings. Like they're like my whole head could fit through it. Like they're big rings. And then it has like the big arrow with the name and then the flowers and then like all the individual like ribbons and stuff at the bottom. Um so yeah, I would say 75 for it to be custom like that. I definitely think 75. And then I was like, and then what would, if you then also to bought to go with it the three set of these decor pieces. I said that I could see just the three set also selling for like 100. That's what I said. Um, Minimum probably like, you know, 75, so like 25 each for these because they're not custom. You know what I mean? But they still take just as much time. I mean, like it's a lot of fucking work, you know. But yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, 70 or 75, I mean. Yeah. Joe May's like 150 to 200, girl. Yeah. The three set. I was thinking like 100 for the three set, 75 for like the one individual custom made one because it's custom. Um and yes, cuz I was just telling mom, I was like, "Mom, I could see you like doing things like this like for people like and like selling them like or even like for instance if let's say Nikki didn't want like the three set if she didn't want because I think she's taking them she's going to decorate their rooms with them but like let's say Nikki didn't want them like my mom now has this mom was like what the fuck am I going to do with it you know what I mean I love them but they don't match my decor in my house and stuff so what do I do with it do I just hang on to it till I possibly reuse it one day like that's how she has so much shit at the last house let's not do that again so I was telling her I was like you could sell them on Etsy like or hell, maybe once I get my Shopify account up and running, I can have a section of like mama's creations or something. And anytime my mom randomly might make something, we could post it with the price and then whoever first come first serve. If you see, something like that, you could snag up one of mama's creations that she's made on my Shopify account. Because she's a very creative person and she loves creating things like she just loves it like one time she made these little button babies I don't know if you've ever seen a button baby but like they're really cute they have like this little body and this cute little head and this cute little kind of like curly like doll hair and this cute little like dress on and so their bottoms are kind of weighted so they sit on like the edge of a shelf and their legs kind of dangle down but their legs are made out of like buttons like you literally like string like just a shit ton of like buttons together so they kind of like dangle down they're the cutest little things ever anyway they're like these little button babies so she made those like years ago and she sold them back when they ran a youth bowling program, they used to do fundraisers at the youth bowling program all the time, and they would have like, like the baked goods sale and stuff like that. So people would come and they would do baked goods sales, and they would make a lot of money off of it. But then there was also like a little craft table set up, and people would, bring in different crafts that they made. And my mom always had my mom was my mom, so she had to go all out and make a ton of little things, and they would sell out every single time, every single time. But they're so fucking cute. But yeah, so I'm thinking, because I don't necessarily want her to open up her own Etsy. I know that they take like a lot out in fees, and so I did the same thing with the freaking chat. I know that they take a lot out. Oh crap, wrong thing. I know that they take a lot out in fees and stuff like that on Etsy, so I wouldn't want her necessarily to open up her own Etsy. I would rather her just have a section. If I already have like a Shopify account, I'd rather just have her have like a little section on my Shopify account that if she created something and she wanted to put it up for sale, we can post it on the Shopify account. You know what I mean? So, yeah. 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 Mom's Corner. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying, like Mama's Creations or whatever. Yeah, something like that. So I think that would be really, really cool if I created like a little like thing, a little space for her on the Shopify account. Um, yeah, well, she wouldn't be into her own site until, she actually, because these are just like fun little things she does. Obviously this was because there was a birthday party coming up and she was asked to do the decorations because it was being hosted at my parents' house. So my mom was just like, well, I can't have my house not looking plain. And so Nikki asked her if she could do the decorations. She's like, yeah, I got you. So but I mean, it took my mom, like I said, like about 2 months worth of just here and there working on little projects and going out and shopping, trying to find the items that she was looking for to be able to do the projects and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so, I would, she wouldn't, and plus, even if she had her own Shopify, she wouldn't know what the fuck to do. I'd have to run her own Shopify if she ever wanted that. So, that wouldn't work. So I would just give her a section on my Shopify if that's going to be the case. So I don't have to like run to Shopify's. I could just put her on mine. Isn't hosting a website expensive? Yes, that's why I am not planning on hosting a website. I plan on just having a Shopify account. Yeah, Shopify account, and I'll probably open like an Insta page, for that side of like a business. For the business, I'll probably just do an Instagram page, and a Shopify account to go with it. And of course, I'll have an email for it as well. Oh my god, I have this tiny little knot. Do you guys see it? I don't know if you see it. Do you see that? Look at that. What the fuck? Where the hell did that come from? Okay, it's gone. Good lord. Oh, okay. Anyway, let me see what else I might have written down. I know that you guys were talking to me about the JK situation. Problem is, I have not read up on it, so I don't really know exactly what to talk about on it because I have not read up on it yet, but give me a second. Let's see. This was cute. It's hard to see. It was Caitlin on her birthday. I made her wear a happy birthday crown, and it's funny because the shirt that she had on literally matched the decor I bought. Oh, you guys can't see that shit. The shirt she had on matched the decor I bought, and she's holding a squishmallow that my sister got for her, and the squishmallow matches her shirt as well. I'm like, okay, that's just funny and weird. Like, what? How is everything magically like matching? That's weird. But it was fun. What else? Anything else? Seeing what else I have before I look into my DMs with you guys. 1 second. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh. Google Sites is free when making a website. Interesting. Okay. I took a screenshot of a reaction thumbnail. It was like a reactor's thumbnail. I took a screenshot of it because I swear to God, the guy who looks, or the guy in the thumbnail who's the reactor guy, I swear to God, he looks like a Sims character. And I know that sounds awful, but he does. Like, I can't, and I don't want to show you guys because I'm not trying to be mean like that, but his face legit looks like a Sims character. It does not look real. It doesn't look real, but it's just this guy's face. It literally looks fake. Also, can I just say real quick, why are people trying to overly sexualize J-Hope's song? Maybe I'm old and I just think that they are, maybe I'm old and maybe I just think that they're doing the most and trying to make it be something that it's really not. Because to me, when I hear, so there's nothing left but a diamond necklace on you, girl, I'm thinking, ooh, he bought her a beautiful diamond necklace and he don't want to see her in anything but that necklace. And they're going to have their little happy time tonight. Great. Lovely. Okay. I think it's, you know what, do your thing. You're a grown-ass man. I think it's beautiful. I think it's absolutely beautiful. But people are like, those who don't know what a diamond necklace is. And I'm like, what are you talking about? A diamond, girl, that's a pearl necklace. What the fuck are, you don't even know what you're talking about. Are you talking about a pearl necklace? Because that's not a diamond necklace. Stop. There's, that's not what a diamond necklace is. And people are like, oh, I looked up what a diamond necklace was. And I'm just like, okay, what is online now trying to say a diamond necklace is? Because I know what a pearl necklace is. You know what the color of pearls are. A pearl necklace. We know what a pearl necklace is, okay? That's been around for years. Years, honey. But people are like, oh, diamond necklace, you know what that means? I'm just like, what the fuck? What are they trying to make this out to be now? Then I fucking look up what people think a diamond necklace is. You know what it says randomly online that they think a diamond necklace is? When a guy on a girl, I'm like, that's a pearl necklace. And it's so cold it freezes. I'm like, okay. First of all, who the fuck is doing it naked in the fucking snow? So where you're in such cold temperatures that is going to immediately freeze on a girl's neck. That is the stupid fucking shit I've ever heard in my life. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. You're doing too much. Y'all are doing too much to try to make things into things that they're not. Y'all are doing too much. The stupidest thing I've heard. I'm like, stop. Stop. You're trying too hard. You're trying too hard at this point. A pearl necklace. Yeah, I get it. That makes sense. But to try to convert the pearl necklace into a diamond necklace by that definition is fucking stupid. Give me a fucking break. I can't. And maybe I'm old, but that sounds dumb as fuck to me. And if it does freeze, it sure as shit don't look like clear damn diamonds. It's still gonna be cloudy as fuck. Still gonna be cloudy as fuck, honey. It ain't gonna look like a beautiful damn clear diamond. That's the stupidest damn definition I've ever heard. Look, so there's nothing left but a diamond necklace on you, girl. All he's trying to say is He don't want to see, at the end of the day, when he's having alone time with this girl, he don't want to see her in nothing but that beautiful diamond necklace he gave her. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Do your thing, honey. It's a beautiful thing. That's literally all it is. And that's all it needs to be. Why are we trying to make it dirtier and more sexualized than that? What are we doing? Like, just stop. You're doing the most. Stop. I'm sorry, but stop. Oh. Yeah, no, it freezes, but it ain't freezing looking like damn diamonds. I can tell you that right now. Oh, honey. Anyway, so I know. I can't wait to react to his new song, guys. I cannot wait. That being said, reacting to his new song, don't forget. Normally I film a bunch of reactions on Sunday. However, guess what we're doing tomorrow? You should know, because I've already said it 50 times. Tomorrow, we are doing our first of 3 Last of Us movie binges. Last of Us series. Last of Us series binge. Tomorrow, starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my time. I'll probably post about it maybe tonight before I go to bed. Nah, maybe in the morning. So just know that I'll probably be posting it probably like noon. But tomorrow, it's through Zoom. If you have the second tier of Patreon, you will be able to join us. I will be posting, hey baby, I will be posting a post on Patreon. So that way, those of y'all who tagged me in the 10 thing where he kept trying to prevent his cat's ass from being on camera, and you're like, oh my god, this reminds me of Anitra. That was hilarious, because facts. Anyway, so those of you who have... Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you. He's like, okay, enough of that. So those of you who have the second tier, like, he doesn't know what the fuck he wants. He does not know what he wants. His eyes, the way his eyes looked, he's like, when I was hugging him, the way his eyes looked when I was hugging him, I just saw it back. That was hilarious. His eyes were so big, he's like, oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Anyway, so I'll post it by noon. By noon, you will see a post from me if you have tier 2 Patreon. You will see a post from me by noon that talks about the Last of Us series binge. Today, episodes 1 through 3. We'll be doing episodes 1 through 3 tomorrow. And you'll have the Zoom link. When you sign into Zoom, please make sure that you have your camera off and your microphone off. You'll be able to chat in the chat with everyone else who's there. You'll see me. It'll be set up just like Patreon is set up. Can you see the last thing I watched? This is what I have on my screen right here, so that's why this is what you're seeing. Let me speaking of, let me click live and catch it up. Hello? Why is that not? Let me refresh it. Refresh, bitch! There we go. Nope, it's still not refreshed. Like, it's still, like, you see, this is me. Look how far behind that is. That's crazy talk. What's going on? Is it a YouTube thing? Is that what's going? It's gotta be a YouTube thing, because my internet's fast as fuck right now. It's fast as fuck, boy. So yeah, I don't know why YouTube is so far behind right now. Like, look, see? Yeah, crazy. That's like, what, a good 20 seconds behind? That's actually a decent amount behind. So it's Infinity Anitra. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah. So it'll be set up just like this, just like how you see it normally. There'll be a picture of The Last of Us up here. The screen for The Last of Us will be there, and we will binge watch together, except it'll just be on the Zoom screen instead of on this screen. That's all. I will probably, FYI, I will probably log in a little bit early just to make sure I can troubleshoot, since this is a new computer that I am now setting up Zoom again. I'm going to have to reset some of the settings. So I'll probably log in and a little bit early to try to troubleshoot some of the settings to make sure we're good to go to start at like 10. At 2. Okay? So, tomorrow, look for the post about noon. I'll log in a little bit early, but we will start at 2 for the first of 3 Last of Us series binges. As long as you're part of the second tier, you will have access. And we're watching a show together. We're literally live streaming, watching a TV show together, and it's gonna be super fun. Okay, so yeah, I am so excited because I know there are a shit ton of you who have not seen The Last of Us, and I am so excited. 15 seconds? Okay, yeah. Yes, it's YouTube. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, it's definitely YouTube for sure. Kenneth, that's what I've been saying. Fucking Kenneth. I can't with you, Kenneth. You're hilarious. I can't. That's what I've been saying. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, so it's super fun to like have like movie nights with you guys and to like watch shows with you guys and stuff like that. And so I'm just super, super excited. Super, super excited to have you guys see The Last of Us for the first time, especially knowing that we're watching episodes 1 through 3, which to me 1 through 3 are like, I think, pretty exciting episodes. 1 and 2 are crazy episodes, like, and then 3 is just like, 3 was like nominated. They were like nominated for like Emmys and shit like that for just episode 3. Like, if that tells you anything, like, it's incredible. When I was attempting to, but that was before all the problems. That's why I was 2 hours late streaming today, because I was still trying to fix the problems. But we're good now. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, definitely make sure that if you have seen it and you're still with us, like in the chat tomorrow or anything like that, or even in the chat now, just make sure if you've seen it, do not spoil anything, please. The only thing I have said to people, because people are like, isn't it a zombie show? And I've said, no. I understand why people might think it's a zombie show, but it's not a zombie show. And even without that, there's so much more to this series than that. So no, it is not a zombie show. I get why people think it is, but it's not. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I'm so excited. Like, I'm actually, like, so excited to see these with you guys, especially for everyone who has never seen it before. I can't wait. I cannot wait to see what you guys chat about in the chat tomorrow while we're watching it together. I am so excited. I'm actually, like, so much right now. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Exactly. The show's so much more about just, like, humanity and, like, the people and, like, stuff like that. Like, it's just so good. It's so good. It's so good. Priscilla, it was even just me seeing it back. It looked like it was on like fucking 360p, and it wasn't even. And it was still just like the screen just kept freezing. I'm like, oh my god. To what am I trying to say? To make you understand how bad it was, I did a speed test on my computer last night, and it was running at like 61. I did a speed test once I fixed everything this afternoon before I started streaming just to see where we were at. And I was like at almost 400. If that tells you the difference. 61 last night and I'm at almost 400 now. Yeah. And when I have my Ethernet cable in, it should be even better. So yeah. I couldn't, Brownie, like it wouldn't even do it. Like, it wouldn't even, like, work. It was bad. It was so bad, Brownie. Okay, well, Pamela, let's not say anything that could possibly spoil anything for anyone. Let's not do that. Because maybe it won't make someone else sad. Maybe it'll be fine for someone else. So we don't want people to be like, wait, is it going to be sad? And then not want to watch it. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. People might react to things differently. You never know. I never knew computers had Wi-Fi antennas. Me neither, Aaliyah. I never had a fucking Wi-Fi antenna on my computer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, never had that. But apparently it's a thing. And if you have it, it obviously makes your shit 50 million times faster. Here's my thing. How the fuck did no one mention anything to me over the phone between last night, 3 hours on the phone with them this morning? Like, how did it take me unhooking my entire computer, driving to the fucking Best Buy, going and making an appointment with Geek Squad, bringing my computer in, and him being like, well, where's the antenna? I'm like, I'm sorry, what? The little antenna gets plugged in here. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, it looks like little bunny ears. Like, I literally have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. It came in the box. I'm like, I have a shark fin looking thing that came in the box. Talk about a shark fin? He's like, yeah, that works too. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to know what the fuck that is? I was so annoyed. Yeah, so. Anyway. I don't think most people use Wi-Fi antennas on PCs. Well, maybe that's why their signal sucks. Because no one fucking knows about it, apparently. A Wi-Fi antenna. Do it. The things on the back of the computer, they look like, you know, like a cable jack where it's metal and it's threaded. And you, like, screw something into it. Like another metal piece screws into it. That's what the two things on the back of the computer look like. So if you have two little things on the back of your computer that look like that, get a Wi-Fi antenna. Your shit will run so much faster. So much faster. Trust me. It's a thing. Didn't know it was a thing, but it's a thing. So I have my big ass battery backup, so if we lose power, I can click end stream. I also have this light, not this light, but this light is still plugged into the battery backup as well as my monitor is plugged into the battery backup. Like, a bunch of shit is plugged into the battery backup along with my computer. So if we lose power, like, I still have, like, a moment to, like, shut everything. You guys would lose connection with me, obviously, until the power came back. But I would have a minute to be, like, on my stream to be like, oh, okay, guys, we just lost power, so I'm going to end the stream, and I'll edit the rest in later. I'll be back once everything's back to normal. And then I can hit, you know, end recording or end stream or whatever and save my shit. Rather than last time when we lost everything, when my power, like, randomly decided to, like, cut out and cut right back on. So, yeah, great. I have the emotion of a jellyfish, so I should be fine. That's perfect. You'll be perfect watching this. And then plug in an Ethernet in the ass port. That's right. Fuck yeah. I'll shove that shit right up its ass port, and I'll have direct connection. And then we don't have to worry about the Wi-Fi. Good Lord. Yeah. Joy, I was pissed. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I said that to the Geek Squad guy. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And he's like, well, yeah, that's why you have, like, super low Wi-Fi signal, because you don't have the antenna hooked up. And I'm like, why the fuck did no one tell me that? Are you serious right now? Are you fucking kidding me? How did no one from Geek Squad, when I called in last night, again this morning, the bitch running tests on my fucking computer this morning, who, I don't know what the fuck she did, but it was obviously not what was needed, because the only thing I needed to do was fucking plug in a goddamn antenna, which I had in the box because I didn't know what the fuck that thing was. Like, and why is there no instructions? Like, why is there no instructions on the little paper that tells you, oh, plug this, plug this, plug this? Where the fuck is the instructions on where the fuck to plug the goddamn shark fin? Not there. Not there. There was nothing in it. We opened up the thingy. We opened up the paper that unfolded 50 times and looked at it. Nothing about the goddamn shark fin. The big print out thingy. I'm trying to see if it's in the room. I don't think it's in the room. There's this big printout thingy. It's like this big, like hard, like thicker paper, and it's like it's not foldable. Like it's just it comes in the box, like that thing, and it has like pictures of what the back of your computer look like and the different ports and what the different ports are called. Guess what picture it doesn't show? The two fucking prongs. It's nowhere in the diagrams. It's not there. So it's like they're showing you, oh, this is what your USB 3.0 looks like, and the colors that it's going to be blue, as opposed to the regular USBs, which are the 2.0s that are not blue. Here's what your HDMI cables look like. In addition to HDMI cables, you have display ports. Since you only have what the fuck is wrong with my hair? Since you only have one HDMI cable, but there's clearly multiple HDMIs that need to go into your computer, you need an HDMI to display port cable, which I did not know about either, by the way. I thought I had multiple HDMI ports. I don't. Hi, baby. Meow. Anyway, so I had to buy an HDMI to DisplayPort cable, so I had an extra thing, so I have two monitors. Didn't know I was going to need that. So yeah, literally does not show. You could tell the difference because the videos weren't pausing / buffering during game time today. Right? It's so much better. Like, baby, I love you, but you're kind of acting a little bit like a crackhead today. I don't know what you want. Taco. He probably just wants me to give him treats. Let's be real. Anyway. So, yeah. Anyway, that's so stupid. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Like, I even was like, was there not instructions, like, anywhere? Not only that, there was, like, this extra random-ass piece that also came with the fucking shark fin. I'm like, what the fuck does this do? Like, does this somehow attach to the machine? And, like, the shark fin thing, like, attaches then to that so it stays upright? Because if not, how does this stay upright? Like, does it just lay down on the... No, I'm sure you have to, like, stand it up on the top of the computer. But it's flimsy. It's going to fall right over. The second I barely touch the computer, the thing's going to fall right over. Because it has a very narrow bottom and it's tall. Like, where the fuck... I know I plug it in, but then where do I put this thing? And what the fuck is this? There's no instructions anywhere on what the fuck to do with it. Even the guy was in, and he was like, yeah, I'm sure you have instructions somewhere. And like, he doesn't even know what the fuck to do with this shit. What are you doing? Taco, what are you doing? That's a crazy ass cat. He didn't even know what the fuck to do with. He was like, I'm sure you have like a manual, you know, that'll explain like what to do with it. I'm like, even he don't fucking know what the hell to do with this shit. Anyway, so yeah. So I didn't know what to do with it. I tried everything and I'm like, I don't understand what this is supposed to do. So I got a piece of Velcro and cut the Velcro in half and taped it to the bottom of the antenna and stuck that to the top of the computer. So that's, I'm staring at the very tip of the antenna down here. So that's that. Yeah, okay. So that happened. So that's that. What else? My camera. So I noticed what my camera does. So, although my camera is plugged in directly to the computer, right? Slowly but surely, if I stream for a very long time, eventually the amount of battery, the amount of juice my camera's using compared to the rate at which it's charging eventually catches up to one another. So eventually the amount of energy I'm using is more than the amount that it's charging. So after a very long stream like this, we started at what, like 5, and it's almost 2. So we've been going for like 9 hours ish or so. Like my camera's been on for like 9 hours or so. So obviously it's a very long stream. So I've noticed that if it's been on for a long period of time, my battery will start draining, even though it's plugged in, because it can't keep up. Like, the rate at which it's charging can't keep up with the rate at which the energy is draining, if that makes sense. So I found that out. So that's why sometimes my battery will start draining even though I'm plugged in. Interesting, huh? Learned that. Learned that. It came with HDMI to HDMI. But which I used for this, but since I had a second display, this one here, I needed a second HDMI, but I only had one HDMI hookup on my computer. So that's when I learned that there's a thing called DisplayPort. So I needed a HDMI to DisplayPort cable. So I bought that for this to be hooked up. Yeah. I'm probably, I think that's what I'm going to do, honestly. I don't know your camera model, but I recommend getting, I can tell you what it is, Sony ZV-1. A Sony ZV-1. Yeah, so if you want to help me with that too, Kenneth. Don't know your camera model, but recommend getting a dummy battery. USB power isn't that much. Dummy battery basically inserts into the camera like a normal battery, but is attached to a cable, which plugs into the mains. Gotcha. Yeah. I thought this had a battery in it. I'm pretty sure there is a battery inserted into the camera. So I don't have a card inserted. Like, I didn't buy a card for it. But I'm pretty sure a battery came with the camera. Yeah, like, I'm positive a battery is in the camera. Because even when it's not plugged in, I can turn on my camera and I can use it. Like, so a battery definitely came with the camera. But I'm wondering, should I keep an extra, like, should I buy a extra battery? So you take that battery out and replace it with the dummy battery. Interesting. Dummy battery just serves to send electricity around the camera. Well, Kenneth, if you want to let me know what the fuck to order, I would very much appreciate that, because I don't know nothing about it. Big boy! He is being ridiculous. So it is 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, we didn't talk about the JK thing. Let me just read it. I haven't researched anything about the JK thing, so I will read it real quick, but that doesn't mean I'm going to want to talk about it yet, since I have not looked into it. Same thing, like, I saw the private DMs between New Jean's account and the Hybe Auntie girl. I briefly saw someone mention that, but I have not looked into it, so I don't feel really comfortable talking about that. If it's what it appears to be, that's fucked up, but I don't want to jump to conclusions without, like, really kind of looking into it first. So there's that. So, okay, so basically JK got hacked. Identity theft, he got hacked. Attempted to steal a lot of fucking money worth of stock in Hybe. Wow, transferring 33,500 shares to another account and selling 500 of those shares. They suspect the person must have been familiar with his financial details and could be an acquaintance that was involved. They've already corrected and recovered the 500 shares that were lost. Yeah, okay. Um, Interesting. That's scary though. Like just knowing that like someone knows your shit and has tried to steal your information. Shit's scary. Identity theft is no fucking joke. Um, yeah. Yeah, no, it's a Sony ZV-1, but like what I'll look at what you bought and like what it's called and try to like find the equivalent for it. Cuz that'd be great if like I never have to worry about this like battery slowly draining and like cuz once this battery completely drains, it says battery exhausted and my camera shuts off. That's why I have to have this backup camera still plugged in just in case this thing says battery exhausted. So if there's a workaround to that, come. I'm not leaving the room right now. I'm not going out there and giving you treats. You have 2 full bowls of food. I know you want treats. I get it, and I will get you treats later. But you have food, and my sink is running at a little drizzle because you like to have fresh water. I did that for you when I came back from the bathroom. So I know you have fresh drizzling water right now. And 2 bowls of food. And I know Caitlin gave you treats earlier. I heard it. You notice how he's quiet. His ears are back. He's not facing me. He's facing away from me, and his ears back. Like he's hearing everything I'm saying, but he's facing away from me right now. It's fucking hilarious. I can't. Anyway. Oh. I don't think that's what it is. I mean, you never know. You never know. But I guarantee you when I get up and go out there, he's going to run straight to the kitchen into his fucking treat bowl. I just know he is. I just know he is. But you never know. You never know. But yeah. Okay. Did they get that back? According to whatever it was that Carmen sent me, the body of the post said that it was recovered. Like John dot John Cookie without the E dot 97 is the account, and in like the they reposted the article. This is on Instagram, I think. They reposted the article, but in like their description, it said the court ruled that the fraudulent transactions were invalid, and JK has recovered 500 shares. So that's what it says. Yeah. So yeah. I don't know what the see. I don't know what that means. What is the mains? I've seen that whenever I've like Googled this issue, I've seen it like the mains. I'm like, what the fuck is the mains? I don't know what that means. Like, and I can't find an explanation of what the fuck that means, and I feel like an idiot. What does that mean? What is the mains? Everglow not getting paid is something that company is a mess. I saw someone mention that earlier. I don't know anything about that, obviously, so I haven't talked about that. The mains means your plug sockets. What? What? Okay, right now, my camera has a USB-C to USB. That's what is plugged into the camera, is USB-C to a USB that is plugged into my computer. So what would I do different? Like you've got like an outlet. Like you mean like an outlet. Like a plug outlet. Okay. Okay, but then here's my question. If it's plugged directly into an outlet, that means it's no longer plugged into my computer. So how the hell do I put it on this screen live like this? Do you see what I'm saying? It has to be plugged into my computer in order for me to use it in this manner. because I don't film and then download and then, do you see what I'm saying? How do I do that? Are there, okay, hold on. Are there two cords? Because how am I supposed to plug it into two sources with one cord? I'm confused. How is it being plugged into my computer, but also plugged into an outlet? And where is the cord? Where's the outlet plug? I would need a USB-C. I do have two cords. Okay. Got it. The dummy battery is connected to the outlet. It has a plugged attach. Oh my, see? Why didn't y'all just say that? All you had to do was say that to begin with. I'm like, how the fuck? What do you mean plug it into the mains? What the fuck is the mains? I don't know what the mains means. Number one. Number two, I didn't know when. You didn't say anything about the battery being attached to a cord that plugs directly into the wall. You didn't say that. Read Joe May's chat message. Wait, where's Joe May's chat message? Where? There it is. I don't think I do, Joe May. I don't think I do. Hey, also, because it's probably about to start in like an hour or two, the concert. I don't know if you're able to stream on multiple devices, but if you can stream on multiple devices and anyone wants to share their login so I could just record it and then react to it later for you guys, DM me. I'm just saying. Sometimes when you buy a concert, you're allowed to stream on two devices. Sometimes you can't. You can only stream on one device and that is it. But if you happen to be able to stream on two devices and you already have a ticket and you want to let me know what your sign-in is, I would love you forever, because I have spent a lot of money in the last week. I spent $1,500 on this computer. Yeah, so, just saying, if you have one. They don't allow multiple devices. Well, fuck my life. Wait, question also. Where is it being broadcast from, by the way? It's not Beyond, is it? Is it Beyond Live, or is it somewhere else? I'm hoping it's like Weverse or something. Yeah, for A.T.E.s. There's an A.T.E.s online concert that's starting in like an hour or two. It's on From. Okay, so it's broadcasting from. Okay. Oh. I just don't want to buy a ticket and have it be like Beyond, where I couldn't even record it. That would that would suck. Link is in the email. Okay. All right, girl. I don't have a From account, but I'm assuming I can just set one up. So yeah, there's that. Okay. Yeah, so Everglow not being paid since debut, that reminds me, there was a boy group that exact same thing was happening to, wasn't there? Or maybe I'm thinking of, is it Luna that happened? I don't know. There's another group that it literally, that exact same thing happened to, where they had not made like anything since debut, not a penny. They were paying off their debts since debut, basically. That's okay. I just didn't know, when you said a dummy battery, I'm just thinking it's just a battery. I didn't know the battery actually had another cord that plugged straight into the wall. I didn't know that. I had no idea. So that's why I was so confused, because you're like, yeah, you plug it into the mains. I'm like, but it has to be plugged into my computer. Like, what do you mean? And then I'm also like, okay, what other port am I connecting to on the side of my camera that would plug into a wall? Like, I only have like, there's like only 2 options over there, and I don't think the other one would work. So I didn't realize that there was another. Yeah, I didn't realize there was another thing. Luna, that happened. Okay, it was Luna. Okay, I knew that there was another company. Yeah. Yeah, it's happened to multiple companies. Like, it's not great. I feel like I didn't do my hair right when I switched my clip out, but it's okay. I'll have to practice. Anyway, Anthony, what day is your concert, by the way? What day is your 8-turn concert? Let me know, please. Delicious. Oh yeah, the Rose. I knew there was a boy group. I fucking knew there was a boy group. The Rose hadn't been paid. Yeah. And then CBX over the last couple of years hadn't been paid either. Although they said that they were. Although SM said that they were. But they like got paid some, but like all of it wasn't like tracked or accounted for, and they still haven't provided the proper documents to prove everything still. So, there's that. Fun times, good times. Oh, okay. Okay, good. We're good then. We've got some time. Sweet. I was like, is that something I need to like do like now? Okay, so if I work on it like next week or whatever, like, okay. Because I have like, I don't think you were on when I was talking about the different options earlier, by the way. I was saying that I have, by the way, I found a tea. I made this for Caitlin for Taman, and I'm stealing her tea. I'm taking it apart and I'm stealing her tea for you. And she's like, yeah, that's fine. I don't care. I was like, okay, cool. So, yeah. I was like, Caitlin, I need your tea. It's so funny. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to purchase more teas. And I was like, do you want me to remake it? She's like, it's fine. She's like, just make me a 1 week next for the 1 week concert. I'm like, okay, cool, that works. So, anyway, so I was saying that, I can do a couple different things. I was saying I do have these, which I used for Mido's, the fuck am I trying to say? I don't know. The fuck am I trying to say? I don't know. For Mido's keychain. I do have these. I don't know if you like the look of them. I can literally put like one of the things, one in each. I can use 2 of these, and I can put one of these little guys in each one, and like have like one here, and then in the center have them say like 8-turn with like a couple like red and black or whatever. So or red and white, I should say. And these can be like the black accent. I can do that. If you like that idea of having like one here, and then them connect, like it's an 8-turn below it. And then I would just have 2, they would be connected by like, there would be 2 of these. So instead of having one keychain, it would like be like this. It would be kind of like a 2-sided. And so you could like clip and clip. So like it hangs kind of like a upside down rainbow. You know what I mean? So it kind of hangs like that. So it could do something like that if you like that idea. I've never done anything like what I'm explaining to you. It would be new for me, but I think it would be fun. I think it would look kind of cool. I can always try it out. If you don't like it, it's super easy to undo it and do something different. So I can always try it, see if you like it, and if you're like, I don't know if I like the big black rings, I'm like, okay, no problem. We can take them out and do something different. You know what I mean? So yeah. No, I would not be able to go to J. I would have to fly to go to J-Hope. And you like that idea? Okay, cool. I'm glad you like that idea. So perfect. Yeah. Then I will do that then. I will try that and see how it looks. Like I said, I've never made anything like that, but I think it could look really cool. So yeah, I will try that with yours. I'm actually really excited to make it. It's just something I thought about, and I'm like, I think this could possibly look kind of cool. So I'm glad that you're down for it. So I'll put it together and kind of make it and see what you think, and then we can kind of like go from there. So yeah, that's exciting. I'm excited to make yours. Okay. Yeah, not even remotely close. Like, it's not even a drivable distance. I would literally have to fly, and then also spend money on like Airbnb costs or stuff like that, or like hotel costs, flight costs, rental car cost, or Uber costs, whichever. Yeah. The last time I did all that, me alone cost $1,000 for my trip to see DPR, and I do not have that kind of money right now with the repairs to my home that I might have to come out of pocket on some of it for, because insurance isn't covering everything. They're covering a decent amount, but they're not covering everything. Like me repainting my home, you know what I mean? That'll be a separate thing that I have to do. They're not painting for that whole thing. I still also have to think about the fact that I still want my front porch done when they finally remove the tree that's ruining my front porch. Yeah, so stuff like that. What else? I just spent, $1,500 on this new fucking computer, not including, the monitor costs, not including all the cables I've had to pay, or to also buy, not including whatever the cost is going to be for this Wi-Fi guy to come out on Wednesday to hook up an Ethernet connection, because I don't know what the cost of that's going to be. They didn't tell me. They just scheduled it, and said that there would be a fee, and I'm like, whatever. Like, I'll pay it. I just need my shit working. So yeah, there's all that. Speaking of, how much is this ATs thing? How much is the ATs thing? Did you send it to the email that's below? The email in the description below, is that where you sent it? Yeah, I see it. Taco! I'm gonna kick his ass. Not really. I love him too much. Happy early birthday, Jasmine. So Everglow, they do not pay them. They also have... Oh, and then you retracted it. So there's that. Okay. Hello? Oh, did I ever sign this up for my new Wi-Fi? Hold on. Oh, I did. Okay, cool. Why is it not loading my email? There it goes. Thank you. Okay. Cool. Select to purchase. Which one? Whoa. Hold on. Include photo card. Do not include photo card, because I'm not paying whatever crazy ass shipping you're going to try to charge for that. For a photo card. The amount of money that they'll try to charge you for fucking shipping, forget that shit. That's going to be crazy. Okay, cool. I will finish that up on my computer. I will do that. Okay. Are you thinking of a different design concept for the other part of the keychain? Well, I was thinking first having like 2 layers, but the way I'm thinking of incorporating the black rings with the little animals inside, I'm thinking it's just going to be 1 now instead of 2, because of how I'm doing it. Because before, the animals were going to be on its own thing with just the different colored like beads and stuff next to it, and then the second one was going to say 8 turn with a couple different colored beads on that as well, and it was going to be like 2 layers. But I really like the idea of this better. I think it's going to look so much cooler to have like the 2 animals kind of featured in the rings, and then the center to say like 8 turn with a couple of like the red rings as well, or the red beads as well, kind of like separating. I don't know, I just think it's going to look so cool. I'm actually really excited to make it. So yeah. I understand what's happening, but I'm still lost. Um, are you thinking of a different design company for the other party of the keychain? I think you meant for the other part of the keychain. But it's, I don't know what other part you're speaking of, unless you're going back to me saying I think 2 layers. But I think now I'm not thinking 2 layers anymore. I'm thinking it's just the one. Yeah, I'll like I said, I'll make it, and if you like it, awesome. And if you're like, can we try something different? Then we'll try something different. So the Evergo company that did not pay them is the same one that has 4 members of ZB1. Hopefully they let them continue in ZB1 and not take them apart. I mean, I fucking hope so, but they sound like greedy bastards, so I don't know. We will see. We will see. Oh. Joe, here's my thing, and I've already said this. I was very, very lucky to have the opportunity back in 2021 to fly to California and see day 3 and 4 of the BTS Permission to Dance concert. It was a fucking incredible concert. It was so good. The vibes were just immaculate. Like, you just felt so good there. Like, everything just felt so happy, and like, you just felt like, it just was so positive. Everything just felt so wonderful and like positive, and like the vibes were amazing. So I am very grateful and thankful to have had that opportunity, because I have had that opportunity. If, when they come back on tour, if they don't decide to come anywhere near me, which so far multiple times this keeps happening with hype groups, and it's happened now with some big hit individual artists now a couple of times now, if they decide to come nowhere near me, I am not flying. I am not spending money like that, because I have already seen them, right? The only person I'm doing something insane like that, like DPR, I wanted to meet him. I couldn't drive to him because of a scheduling conflict. I had to fly if I was going to see him, and I wasn't going to miss out on seeing him. I literally interviewed the guy for 2.5 hours the year before last, and there was no way in hell I was going to miss seeing his next concert and getting the opportunity to actually finally meet him in person, and to be able to like talk to him face to face and give him a hug and give him my gifts that I made him, and you know what I mean? So like, obviously I'm going to spend the money to fly to do something like that, you know? So there's that. Yeah, see, same thing. JB isn't going anywhere near me, right? Wait, or no, I'm thinking, wait, has JB already announced? No, maybe JB hasn't announced. Did JB announce? I think I'm thinking of Yugyeom. Yugyeom's not going anywhere near me. Nowhere near me. Jackson, when he did tour, I don't think he went anywhere near me. Who else toured recently that didn't go anywhere near me? There's someone else. One of the other fucking members. I don't fucking know. Bam, it was Bam Bam. No, he hasn't come to the US yet, has he? Anyway, I don't know. Whatever. Atlanta, I can drive to. I can do Atlanta. But, yeah. Aaliyah, that would be great. That would be awesome. I would love that. Because if I'm not wrong, Aaliyah, I'm pretty sure they were coming to Orlando. I would love if BTS came to Orlando. That would be incredible. I would be so fucking happy if that happened. Yeah, 17. Last tour, 17 went nowhere near me. Nowhere. Yeah, I think Mark too. Like I think his last tour, he was nowhere near me. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what's happening all of a sudden? Like, what's going on, man? So yeah, it just really sucks. Like, they literally, so many people have completely omitted the entire southern, like southeastern corner of the entire United States. Like, just completely, they'll go to Cali, they'll go to like 3 fucking stops in Cali. They go to like sometimes 2 stops in New York. So like Cali, fucking Texas, New York, Chicago, and the entire southeast. The entire southeast. Nowhere. Nothing. Like, I'm not even asking you to come to Florida. Can you just at least stop in Atlanta so I can drive to you, please? Jesus. Whew. What? Girl, what are you talking about? You have a fun magic trick? Girl, what are you talking about? You're not gonna do some crazy ass shit that's gonna get me canceled, are you? Girl. Girl, what you talking about? I would do it through Instagram, by the way, Charlene. I would do it through Insta phone. Because you're on my Instagram. Mod 7 was planned for Orlando. I thought so. JB's coming to Atlanta. Okay. They have Ricky, Eugen, Guven, and How. I can't imagine How and Hanbin being split up. I can't imagine that. All right. Let's do whatever this thing Charlene is. Charlene, what you doing, girl? Charlene messaged me on Insta. Yeah, it is New York and LA. That's it. Like, that's what they view it as, New York and LA. And then they'll do like Dallas or like Texas sometimes because it's such a big fucking state. But it's like, okay, that's great, but like you realize that like the entire, because here's my thing, if we're a place you never go to, I wouldn't expect it, because you never go here anyway. Like if I lived in like the fucking like Midwest, I don't know what states over there, you know what I'm talking. You never come to me anyway. I'm not going to be expecting that. But when you do come to me, and a lot of people come here, and all of a sudden you're not coming here, I'm like, I got you. And all of a sudden you're not coming here, I'm like, well, what the fuck happened to us, man? You know what I mean? Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can. Miss
Okay,
Charlene.
Hi, chat. Sorry if I sound bad. I'm like, girl, the allergies in Florida are so bad right now, so I'm like a little screwed up with that. But,
yeah.
So, I have a fun little magic trick. It's not K-pop related. It's not anything weird.
Okay.
But I just wanted to do this to just cheer you up, have a little fun, and see if it blows your mind.
Okay.
Think of a number between 1 and 10.
Okay.
With that number, multiply it by 9.
Okay.
Now, if you have a 2-digit number, I want you to add those two numbers together.
Okay.
With that new number, subtract 5.
Okay.
Now, with that new number, find the corresponding letter in the alphabet. So, like A would be 1, B would be 2.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Think of a country. Think of a country that begins with that letter. Hello?
No, I'm here. Yeah. Okay. I was trying to think of a country that wasn't the obvious country that I was thinking. I was trying to think of a different one. But I'm shit at geography.
Go with your initial gut.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, come on. I'm trying to make it more difficult. But yeah, I mean, I got one. Of course I got one.
Okay, so you got one. Okay. Now take the last letter in that name of the country.
Okay.
And think of an animal that starts with that letter.
Okay.
Now with that last letter in the name of that animal, excuse me, think of a color that starts with that letter.
Okay.
see any orange kangaroos in Denmark lately?
See, I was thinking that you were going to say orange kangaroo in Denmark. I knew that. So I immediately thought kangaroo, and I was like, nope, koala. I switched it from kangaroo to koala because I was like, no, kangaroo's too obvious. So I immediately switched it from kangaroo to koala, and then when you said color, I'm like, ooh, azure is a color of blue, so I immediately thought azure as a color, and so, but then I was like, ooh, if I said kangaroo, it would obviously be orange. And so when he's like, do you see any orange, when you said you see any orange kangaroos in Denmark, I'm like, oh, I fucking knew it.
Damn it, chat, why are you spoiling it? Oh my god, that's hilarious.
No, but like,
anyways,
I did think of kangaroo first. So if I would have gone with my first instinct for kangaroo, it would have been, and then of course it would have been orange for the color. So yeah, so you actually would have gotten me, but I was just being a little shit, and I had to think of something other than a kangaroo.
So the thing is like, anyone who picks a number between 1 and 10, no matter what, if you multiply it by 9, you're always going to end up getting 9.
Yeah.
And then from there, the other place you can catch somebody is by saying the country. So a lot of people are like, oh, Dominican Republic. And it's like, well, that could screw it up.
Yeah.
I had one person say Dubai, and I'm like, Dubai's not a country.
Not a country. I was trying to think of another country, and I'm just like, what the fuck is, like, I'm just like, damn, what's the other country? Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just a little silly, but just
that's fun, though. That is fun. Oh my god,
right.
Druki in the chat was like, asking Anitra to do geography. That's bold. That's so true, though. It's sad.
When I asked you for a country, it went silent. I'm like, hello.
That's because I was trying to think of something other than Denmark, and I didn't think of the Dominican Republic. I was like, isn't there like Denali or something? And I'm like, wait, no, that's just where like the vampire like cousins were from in Twilight, where they were from Denali. I don't even know where the fuck that is. I'm like, where the fuck is Denali? I don't even know. I am horrible at geography. Anyway, yeah.
All right, girl. I'll let you get back to chat.
Thank you for the fun little game. I appreciate it.
All right. Love you, girl.
All right. Love you, girl. Bye. Fun. That was cool. Did you guys have orange kangaroos in Denmark as well? I got an England dog. That's hilarious. That is so funny. Yeah, exactly. Treasure is only going to be in New York, Dallas, and 2 in Cali. See what I'm saying? Like, that sucks. That's shitty. That sucks. Yeah. So. So if it was Dominican Republic and then you had to think of the last letter for an animal, I would have been cat. And then the last letter for a color, teal cats in the Dominican Republic. I don't have anything left in there. That's what I would have thought of. Teal cats in the Dominican Republic. Yeah, that was fun. Okay, well, it is 2:30, so let me go ahead and end the live so that I can go online and buy my ticket for A.C.E. Now that my shit's working, everything should be okay. So let me go online so I can buy my ticket for A.C.E. And I'll probably work on Anthony's keychain while I'm waiting for the concert to start so I can hit record. So, yes. So, yeah. Speaking of animals, you may have one up. One up? I don't know what that means. What you talk about? I didn't even do the trick because I got lost very quickly. No worries. I know, as soon as you're just like, think of a number 1 through 10, and then do this, and then do that, and then you're like, and times it by 9. I'm like, okay, yeah, got it. Like, wait, hold on. No, I knew it. Oh, yeah. Give Taco treats. Yeah, no, I got you. Trust me. As soon as I'm done, he's going to be like, hello, feed me, treat me. Yeah. I'm probably going to grab, like, something to munch on, too, just because It's been a minute since we ate, and I'm still gonna be up for like a few hours. So, yeah. I love you guys. I love you guys a whole bunch. Thank you for helping me on the stream today, even though I didn't understand half of your troubleshooting stuff because I get confused very easily with things I don't know what the fuck. And of course, it's hard when you can't actually like talk to me. I understand that when you're having to like try to type instructions, I get it. And I'm not understanding, and you're trying to explain. So I apologize if any of that was frustrating for you, as well. So, but I think I get it now with the battery thingy. So I'll definitely look for that. That would be great if I don't have to worry about this thing like slowly dying. If there's a solution to just keep it plugged into like a wall outlet, that is great. Loved it. Of course, yeah, the chat being delayed was so obnoxious. Hopefully, once I have my direct line, I'll do the latency thing that Kenneth was talking about, and hopefully, like, it'll all fix itself, and that would be fucking magical. That would be great. So, yeah. All right. I love you guys a whole bunch. Oh yeah, we're still recording for our tea time. Like I said, some of the things that I think a couple people maybe might wanted me to talk about, I don't have like a ton of information on, so can't necessarily give like my full opinion on it without really knowing what's going on. So I apologize. I don't even want to talk about the critter thing, but I swear to God, oh yeah, that's right. How many? We were what? What did I say? 3 hours and 20 minutes into the stream. I need to go back to the stream and try to listen for that fucking noise and hear what it sounded like on camera because, oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway, I swear it sounded like something was in my fucking ceiling. Anyway, I love you guys. Let me pull up my outro so we can da-da-da-da-da out of this bitch. All right. Yup. All right. Ready? Okay, let's do this. Bye. Love you guys. Thanks for staying with me late in the morning and hanging out. I appreciate you guys. Sorry we had such a late start today. Obviously, we wouldn't have gone this late if we could have started earlier. But I'll see you guys tomorrow for Patreon tier 2, for our stream tomorrow. So freaking excited for that. So I'll see you then. Love you guys a whole bunch. And I'll see you guys possibly tomorrow. Bye.